Hi. I was last week in the project of 2018. I was busy with this closet to sort it out, the supplements that were there. And after the video, I was sorting out the supplements, also old supplements. I have some old supplements and some more supplements there standing because I also sometimes take some products that are coming out of the store that are out of date, so to speak, for selling, that we can then bring home and use a little if we would like so or need so, because after the date it's not directly unusable, but we cannot sell it anymore. So that's also a reason why I have so much standing there over time. And I sorted that out now to throw away what is really overdate and not usable anymore. And I started to separating the products. So you have the pills inside that are mostly from organic products, and then you have outside the plastic, and sometimes you have a box with paper, carton. I don't know if that's an English word, but paper, and or a plastic box or a glass box. And in the Netherlands, we separate the waste. And we have one box for plastic, one box for paper, one box for organic, and one you can say rest waste. And then of course you have the electronic things, chemical things, and that you have to bring away in where you live, in the place where you live. But these four things, so the carton, the organic, the plastic, and the rest, they pick up every 2 weeks. And so I was starting to separate it. I made some pictures, but I don't know how to connect it to this video. I will look for this because it was quite a lot. And what I was looking at first, what I did understand or heard about is that the waste is quite a problem. So although we separate our waste, I heard a few years ago from a neighbor who was working in this area that in the end it can be end up all together again or something like this, or they bring it to a place in another country. I remember it was something of Italy, but I'm not sure, where it all stucks there and one does not really know what to do with it because it is so much. So, and well, actually, I think we all heard of that the waste on Earth is really a problem. We have too much products that we are not recycling and that are, throwing away as rest waste or plastic waste. That is very spoiling. Spoiling is not the word. Very harmful for the Earth. So, however, I do separate the waste as much as possible. And an interesting point in this, in myself, I find, is every time before separating, there comes up in me, no, I don't want this. No, it's too much work. Like, for example, these spots with pills, and sometimes that you have to take out every pill separate. And then beforehand already comes up in me, no, maybe this time I throw it all in the rest waste because I have this choice where I put it. I can even decide to place everything in the rest waste. And then in this moment, I need to push myself, but I also decided to push myself to, okay, step back, breathe, and also already when I on my way to, okay, for this time everyone, I put everything in the rest container. that I take it back, take a moment and think, no, I need to separate this. And then I start separating this. I think it's 2 minutes work. It's really like this. But in my mind, in this moment before, it still seems a lot. And I find this quite remarkable how this still is coming up. And I do this quite a long time now. But what I did make an effort for myself is that I keep on doing this and that I keep on pushing myself in the small points. Even if I don't know if the rest waste or if the separate waste is really being used in separate ways in the end, even if I do not really exactly know how the waste altogether is used after this, I find it also important for myself to keep on pushing myself in this point, of course, because they pick it up separate. So with four separate cars, they pick up our waste. So I make it an effort to keep on pushing myself also in the small things, and I can do it even smaller. So I would like to pick this up even more because I see with the paper and carton when I have this upstairs that I can do this more and bring it into the paper bag, and there I'm more used to one box put together in the rest waste, for example, that I have then upstairs. So I can even do it more. But with all these things like sorting things out, throwing things away, to keep on pushing, to keep it separated, and also as a practicing for myself to push in the small things. So if I stop pushing myself in these small things and not separate these small products, for example, this one box with pills, then I see that I become more and more lazy and more, let's say, ignorant, or like, not today, not today, no, I don't care, maybe tomorrow, maybe next time, now I don't have time. But I do have the time. And it's also very little time that is going into this. And this is with many things, also in our own mind, that we are so easily going into like, nah, not today, maybe tomorrow, and like the small things are not important. And but it starts in the small things, and that is where we can practice this and where we can learn and push ourselves to keep on doing it and to get used to it in this way, to do this. And this gives inside much more satisfaction with what I'm doing and with with who I am in the end of the day, because I finished or completed the task as how I find and see that I can do, and that is possible in this country, for example, with the waste, and in my house. Okay, I hope I made my point a little bit clear. That was about the waste that I come across when sorting things out. There's much more to speak about waste. I find this every day also in the shop. There is so much waste, but I keep it up to here for now. Today I have decided to start with some clothes sorting out. I had this bag getting in the door, so they come and pick up some textile, and I will start sorting out with some clothes and textile and things like that. Thank you.